Hi guys, welcome to another video of our Java learning series. In this video, I am going to discuss with you one of the very important topic from the Java design pattern. And the simplest one from the design pattern we have, that is nothing but a Java singleton pattern, right? So before we move to what is Java singleton pattern is or why to use it and the implementation of singleton pattern, I'll be take you through the what is the design pattern is, right? And I'll be giving you one small simplest example so that it will be very easy to understand for you what is design pattern and why design pattern is matters when you are working with the application development. After that we'll move to what is the singleton pattern is and why it is important, right, or why to use it. And then we will cover that how to implement that singleton pattern for your project. And also we'll be discussing about the some challenges that we face during the thread safetyness concern, right? So what are these and how to challenge this, how to you can say handle those challenges. And after that we'll see how to write the cleanest and safety way to create the singleton pattern, right? So these are the topics that I'm going to cover in this video. So let us try to understand what are design patterns, right? So design pattern is nothing but a can say approach of the way of managing your project, the way of handling your work. Let us give an example. Simplest example I'll try to give you so that it will be very clear to you. Let us try to imagine that you are a you can see manager, or you can see you are running a hotel, right? That hotel is having, let's say, hundreds of floors, hundreds of rooms, hundreds of flats you have in the hotel, right? So that hotel, let's now imagine that you want to control the electricity of this hotel. So don't you think that you should have one centralized control room? Then from that centralized control room, you can control all the electricity of these rooms, right? Otherwise, what will happen? It will be very chaotic for you, right? So if you do not have any centralized control of your all the rooms, then it will be very problematic for you to control the electricity of all the flat of the all the hotel rooms, right? So similarly, when you working for with a application, right? When you working for with a project, in that project you will be having lot of classes are there, lot of you can see classes, and there are a lot of use cases are there, right? So there will be some configurable things, there will be some logging things, there will be some uh, other things which is you are using, you are sharing across all the places, right? Across all the classes you are sharing the data, you are sharing the use cases of this class. So that class is going to be your nothing but similar to your this control room, right? So there is something for how to manage those things and how to make sure that everything is controlled from one single unit or one single place. That is nothing but where the design pattern comes into the picture. Clear guys? I hope the understanding is correct now. To manage such controls we have design patterns in Java. Okay. So the design patterns are nothing but a control of our project which is giving us that how to handle, how you are going to handle your project, how you are going to manage your configurable things, how you are going to manage your logging things, right? Or any other things that, let's say, you are working for a automation project, then how you are going to distribute the driver instance, right? So those everything which is you can say decided by this design pattern. Now there are different type of design patterns we have in Java. So one of the very simplest design pattern which we are going to learn in today's video, that is nothing but a singleton pattern, right? Singleton pattern, that is nothing but a singleton pattern, right? Singleton pattern, singleton pattern. Okay. So let me describe what is singleton pattern, right? So just a second, guys. It is scrolling. So if I give you the definition of singleton pattern is just nothing but it is just you can see fancy word. It is just a fancy word. It's I can say it just a fancy word, just a fancy word of, there is something we call as one and only one, right? One and only one instance, right? One and only one object, right? So this is nothing but is signifying me that there is only and only one instance can be created during your application run. When the application is running, then only one instance will be initiated, or only one instance will be created. That is something to ensure. How we are going to ensure that? That is something we are calling as a singleton pattern. Clear? So we can say the way to ensure your application to have just only and only one instance of a class, and that way is nothing but a singleton pattern. Here guys. Okay. So I hope the base is clear now to you guys. So it is just a singleton pattern is nothing but a way to ensure that we are only and only allowing to create only and only single instance, or you can say single object. Okay, you cannot create multiple object of a class. So that is nothing but the singleton pattern is. Now there are two different approach, or you can say two different way to create a singleton pattern. And what are they, right? Now, there are mainly two type of singleton and pattern design implementation we follow. One is your, you can say, thread shape, th thread not shape, not thread shape, or thread shape. Another is your thread safety way. There are two different approach we do follow. So when you have the importance of the thread safetyness, then you will be going for thread safe implementation. And then when the thread safetyness is not a matter for you, then threads not safe is the good practice for you. So sometimes this thread safetyness not safe is called as a lazy initialization also. Okay, so this is something called as a lazy initialization. Initialization. Okay. So there are, these are the different two ways of creating your, or you can say using the thread safetyness of in your singleton pattern. Here. Now let us quickly go to the IntelliJ and we will be creating a singleton class. Let's say here I am going to create a new class. So I am giving the name as demo singleton. SINGLE singleton, right? So I am creating one class, demo singleton class, and this class. So whenever you're going to create a singleton class and you do not want your multiple object to be created by the multiple classes, right? So for that case we have to make ensure that the you can say the constructor of this class is, we are making as a private, right? So first of all, what I'll do, I'll make the constructor as a private. I say private demo singleton, right? So this is the first job of me to make the constructor as a private. Okay. For here I can give a just singleton, let's say print, let's say singleton instance created. Okay. So whenever I am going to create an instance of this class file of this singleton class, then this is something which is going to get a printed, right? Now let me tell you that I want to use the instance or object of the singleton class, right? So that other from the other classes. So how can I use that? As I made my constructor as a private, I cannot directly call this constructor outside of this class, right? So for that, what I can do, I can create a support variable over here, right? So I can create, let's say private. I'll be making it private because I do not want other classes to make the changes into this particular instance, right? So I'll be making it private, and at the same time I need to make it static as well, because I do not want to access the variable by creating the object. So I'll be making it static, and the type of the reference is going to be my the class type, right? So it will be just returning the object of this class. So definitely the type should be the type of the class, right? And then I can give a name to it, right? That's it. So this is a reference of this class, which is I'm going to return to the caller class, caller function, when the function is going to call this variable, right? Now function is want to use the, you can say, the object of this class, right? Now as both of them, this particular, you can see the reference is also a private member, and the constructor is also a private member. I cannot directly call them from the outside, right? To get the instance of this class, what we can do, we can have is, you can say, supportive method inside of this class, which is going to return the object of this class. So let me create one public method over here. So I can say public, and then I'm going to return the type of this. So I can say demo, uh, and then I can say demo, this one, and then I can give a name, let's say get demo singleton, right? What this method is going to do for me, this method is going to return the instance of this class demo singleton. Here, clear? Now from here what we can do, we can check, we have to, the main idea is I have to return this demo singleton object, right? This is my object. But before we pass the demo singleton object, what we can do, we can check whether this reference of the demo singleton is empty or not, it is a null or not, right? So we can check the uh, demo singleton. If let's say I can check that demo singleton instance is, you can see, null or not, right? So I can say equal to null. If it is null, then I'll be creating an instance of it, and I'll assign to it. So I say demo is equal to, I can say new, and demo singleton, right? So when this singleton, this reference is not at all created, and it is, the value of it is null, then what it will do, it will create an object of this class, and it will return the data, right? And then finally what we can do here, and then return, I can say, else what I'll do, I'll just return the demo singleton, right? So I can say return demo singleton. Clear? Now that's it about the singleton definition, singleton implementation. We have to just create an constructor, which is I need to make as a private, and whatever the tasks you want to do in the constructor, you can do it. And then the, we need a something reference, which is going to return me the, you can see, reference of this class. So that for that I have created one reference variable at the top, and I, before I passing the you can see object to the caller function, we are going to verify that when the, if the object is already created, then just we will be simply returning the demo singleton, and if the object is not at all initiated, then we are going to create a new instance, and I'll going to return. That's it about the implementation of the singleton pattern. Now let us try to test it, right? So let me quickly create a test class over here, and I'll show you. Let's say test singleton. So here I'm going to take a main method. So let's say I'm taking a main method, and I'm going to create an instance of demo singleton. So let's say demo singleton, and I say, let's say object one, and say new, sorry, I can get it by the get instance, right? Demo singleton dot demo singleton dot, oh sorry, I did not give a return type. I have given return type, so it is public, and I need to make it static as well. Otherwise I won't be able to get it from the outside of this class, right, by calling the class name. So I can say demo singleton dot, you can say get demo singleton instance, sorry, get demo singleton. So it is going to return me the, you can see, the reference of this demo singleton class, right? That is something I'm storing into object 2. Let me duplicate it one. I'm going to create another one object. So I have created two instance reference here, and let us try to see the output, right? So if I say, let's say I'm trying to verify that if both the objects are equals or not, right? So if I say object 1 equals object 2, right? What is the output we are going to get? Let us run this code now. Now look onto the output over here. You can see we have called this get demo in singleton twice in this code, right? From this main method we are trying to create object two times, right? But this get demo singleton we have called two times, but only you can see the print from inside of this constructor only printed once, right? That is the beauty of singleton pattern. So you are ensuring this singleton pattern. This is the constructor which is only and only creating once. You can call any number of times this method, this demo singleton dot get demo singleton. You can call it any number of time in throughout across your project, and it will make ensure that you are just creating only once the instance of that class file, right? So that is the beauty, and that is the main use case of demo singleton pattern. Okay, so that's cool, right, guys? So but here there is one trick. Let's say I have called this object one. At the time I call this particular I'm trying to call the instance, getting the instance of demo singleton, right? But at the same time on another class which is going to access, which is also need the instance of this demo singleton. Now, when for now I have only one line of only print statement, but for your real-time example, it can be of many number of line code. You might be connecting to the database, you might be setting up some configuration, reading the files or something, right? So it may take some couple of seconds or microseconds, right? Or milliseconds. So in that case, when your one thread is trying to access the constructor, another thread made the call. So that in that case, that you can say thread safetyness is going to be a concern, right? To make your code thread safety, to make your Java singleton pattern is thread safety, what we have to do? We just need to use one synchronized keyword here in this method. The method you are calling from outside of this class to get the instance of demo singleton, we have to just add a keyword over here called synchronized. So this will ensure that multiple thread will not going to access at a single time. So it will one thread will access, then it will be uh, until unless it is done with the it work, then it will not move to the second thread, right? That is how it will work. So this is how we can handle the, you can say, thread safetyness. But one thing here to understand that if you have once you are making your code as a thread safety, it is going to be a little bit slow, right? Let us try to see one another, you can see better approach how we can make it better. That is nothing but called as a double check locking, right? So how can we implement that? Let us see. I'm going to create another class. So I'll be doing another class. Let me just do a duplicate class. So I'll say uh, let me copy it first and then paste it over here. I'll give the name singleton and say demo double singleton, double DOU delete double singleton. Okay. So here what we are going to do, we are going to verify it twice. Okay. So in this double check singleton pattern, what we are going to do here, first initially we were checking only single time whether it is null or not, but here what we can do, we can check it twice. Okay. After that what we can do, it the verify, we can verify that it is properly that class that you can say the constructor is also synchronized or not, right? So for that what we can do, we can use So what I can say, we can say synchronized, and here I can say demo double check singleton, right? This is my class, and then I have to say dot class. So for this class, I want to check the synchronization, and here I can write my logic once again, right? So here I can write the logic of, let's say, what is the my demo singleton and is equal to null, right? That is something, the same thing we are going to check over here. If it is null, then what we can do, we can assign the value to it. We can say new demo double check singleton and create the instance. So this is how we can ensure we can double check the whether the is, if this is the value which is null or the constructor is right. So this is how we can double check. This is nothing but called as a double check singleton pattern, or this is something called as a locking, double check locking, right? And that's it, guys. I'll be sharing the GitHub link in the description part. You must check it out and try it by yourself. Try to implement in your code. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. And if you found this helpful, just give us some love from your side as well. Thank, thank you, guys. Thank you. Bye.